One of the biggest questions I get, especially around the beginning of the year, is candle making a profitable business? And of course, the short answer is yes, but that doesn't mean it doesn't come with its own difficulties and hurdles. So stick around for the episode and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Standley with Standley Handcrafted, and today we're going to talk about candle making and how profitable it can be. Now this is a topic, like I said in the beginning of the video, that comes up quite a bit, especially now at the beginning of the year when a lot of new candle makers are coming into the space and wanting to start a business of their own. And of course, like I said, the short answer to this one is yes, of course, candle making is a profitable business. But like I said, there are a lot of things that you definitely need to consider, and there are a lot of things that you can do to kind of get yourself not really into trouble, but some things you got to watch out for so that you can maintain good profit margins with the candles you make. And before I start the video and show you kind of some of the breakdowns and the material cost, profit margins, everything like that, I will say this is going to be very glossed over. I'm not including a lot of things in the price breakdown that I have right here, including things like your hourly wage, your electricity, your gas, a lot of things like that. I will mention those things in the breakdown, but these are largely going to be just base cost, just kind of clear cut, the cost, the wholesale, the retail, the profit margin, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're going to break it down with this candle right here. This is just your basic 9-ounce straight jar. The reason I'm choosing this one is it's a very easy candle to get. It's a candle that's very well known. This style, this size is something you can find in pretty much any shop around. It's an easy seller, it's a good size, and you can make a good profit from this one. All right, so with this candle, I went to my calculator, which I have on West Sound Candle Supply under the Learn tab. So if you want to break down your cost for the candles that you sell, it's a great calculator that will show you everything, and it does include sliders where you can add in things like your electricity, your gas, and kind of any shipping or boxes, bows, anything like that that you want to add to it. But for this one, I just went with basic straight costs, and this one just out of the box, basic material cost, depending on where you get your stuff, this one can range anywhere from like $3 to $4, sometimes a little bit more depending on what you're doing and where you get your supplies, but we're going to call this one $3.50 just for this video, just to make it quick and easy. So with this 9-ounce candle, your base cost on this one is going to be $3.50, and if you're going by normal terms, which a lot of people go by from cost to wholesale to resale, you're going to be looking at $3.50 for the candle, $7 for wholesale, and $14 for resale or retail, excuse me, which leaves you about $10.50 profit for this candle, which is really nice because if you're just looking at the base cost, that's about a profit margin of around 75%, which is incredible. But like I said, that doesn't include several things in there. It doesn't include your gas to go pick things up. It doesn't include your electricity, your hourly wage. So it will go up from that just a little bit. But even if we bump up the cost on this thing another $1 or even $2, you're still looking at a really good profit margin for these. So if you were to sell this candle one a day for 30 days for a solid month, just your profit from selling the 30 candles would be about $105, which of course isn't a ton of profit, but you're only selling one candle a day, 30 candles a month, which isn't a ton when you're first getting into this. So if we were to take that same candle and sell 10 a day for 30 days, you'd be looking at $3,150 of pure profit. And again, I do stress that's pure profit from our base cost on that one. So $3,150, take that with a grain of salt. You're going to minus some of that from again, your electricity, your gas, your hourly wage. And the other thing I will stress with that candle at that pricing is $14 for a candle like this is very low. I would never recommend anybody selling this candle for $14. You don't give yourself a lot of room to do different things, to add boxes, to add bows. If you want to add in free shipping, if you do any of that stuff and you still keep your cost at $14, your profit margins are going to go from 75 or 60, 70, 75%, all the way down to like 20, maybe 30%. So you're going to lose a lot at a price point like that. So for this particular candle, I've got another breakdown. This one easily sells anywhere from 20 to 22, is a pretty good middle range. I have seen these sell all the way up to 30 and 35. But for this video, I'm going to go ahead and keep it at 20 to 22 because that's about the average that I've seen anywhere online, any shop that I go to. You can find this particular candle, this size, this style, sell everything for around that price. So if we were to bump up the price on that one, your base cost on this one would still be $3.50, but we go ahead and bump that up a little bit more. So you're going to give yourself a little bit more room on wholesale so that you can make a little bit more profit. If you're doing wholesale, we'll go ahead and call that $8 to $9. And then of course we'll put that candle up to retail at $20 to $22, which is going to leave you an overall profit of about $16.50 to $18.50 per candle, which is about an 82 to 84% profit margin, which again is unbelievable, but a lot of people don't get those kind of profit margins. And of course, again, like I said, and I want to stress this, there are a lot of things not going into this price. So that's going to come down quite a bit, but you can still easily keep that within a 60% profit margin, which is incredible for products. And again, if we do the breakdown for 1 a day and 10 a day for 30 days, you're going to end up with selling 1 candle a day for 30 days. You're going to end up with a profit of around $495 to $555. And if you make it to the point where you're selling 10 a day for 30 days, you're going to have a profit anywhere from $4,950 to $5,550, which of course is absolutely incredible. But again, on top of that, I do want to stress that's a lot of things not taking into account. Again, with your gas, your hourly wage, that will come down. But even if you knock that in half, you're still looking at $2,600 to $2,700 in pure profit, which is absolutely amazing. And on the other side of that one, I do want to put caution on those prices. People hear an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and everybody goes into dreamland about what that's going to do. And honestly, when you hear 10 candles a day, it doesn't seem like that much. But when you really break it down, that's a lot harder to do than a lot of people think. So getting those kind of profits, you are literally going to be working your ass off. Now, there are a couple lucky few out there who can do just like social media, get on Instagram, TikTok, and do those kind of numbers from a part-time job and do extremely well. And like I said, they're extremely lucky. But for the most part, getting those kind of profits, you're going to be looking at this and you're going to be working at this like it's a full-time job. And that's not hard to do, but it's also not easy to do, going through and making that many candles. And then of course, getting out there, doing your own marketing, doing your own videos, getting on Instagram, getting on TikTok. If you've got your own store, which is going to cost you monthly. But honestly, I think a lot of people know that you're going to run into stuff like that. I think a lot of people know how difficult it is to have your own business, to basically motivate yourself to make those candles every day, to sell those candles every day. So while candle making might be a very profitable business, especially when you're looking at other products that are out there. I mean, if you go to any restaurant or food industry, I think they say those profits, the profit margins are typically around 35%, and I might be high on that one. So to be selling a product like candles where the profit margins can be 50 to 60 and sometimes a little bit more depending on what you're doing and the bulk that you're ordering in, it seems like a no-brainer to go to something like this. But again, I do want to stress that it's not as easy as just creating a bunch of candles and they fly off the shelf. All right, so I hope that video was at least a little bit informative. Like I said in the beginning of the video, and I know we'll get a few questions on this one, there are a lot of stuff, a lot of things that I glossed over. So anything that I said in this video, go ahead and tack on a couple more dollars as far as cost and materials, because it will go up a little bit from that. And even if you end up with your base cost and having a 75% profit margin, you will need to adjust that a little bit for all those extra costs, which is going to knock it down a little bit. But again, like I said, you're still going to end up typically with 50 to 60% profit margins. And if I glossed over something too much in this video, please let me know what you'd like to hear more about or what you'd like to see kind of a deeper dive into in the comment section down below. And if you have any questions on the video that I just made, please again let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you in the next video.